Fire is a dynamic, living creature, like a parasite, that can't live without the fuel, oxygen, or heat. In this lesson, you'll learn more about its behavior, how fuel burns, and how it transfers heat. And from this insight, you'll have a better grasp on understanding it and being empowered to make a better judgment call on how to better protect your loved ones and your property. Let's dive in. When it comes to a wildfire, no one blows on it to give it air. No one is holding a lighter or a torch or keep feeding it little pieces of fuel. The heat eats the fuel and draws its own oxygen, which continues to ignite itself, creating more heat in its path and building on itself with that heat. If the wood siding of your house gets up to a high enough temperature, it will start off-gassing and the heat will break down the wood. If that gas mixes with the air at the right temperature, your house siding is going to ignite and be in that fire triangle. Remember, the goal of defensible space is to remove that fuel and get rid of the potential heat. You can have sticks next to your house all day long, but if that stick is going through that chemical change of burning and being turned into a vapor from heat, it's also going to turn your house into a vapor because your house is a solid. Now we can all agree that fire is a pretty dynamic, living phenomenon, and there are many factors that contribute to how it burns. It can interact with different types of fuels, the effect of gravity when it's on a different slope or terrain, or with the wind gusts in the air, the kinds and amounts of fuels it's in. Also, how close the fuels are together matters. The closer the fuels are together, the faster they can burn, because it's not about the fire itself, it's about the transfer of heat that causes the fire to move from one fuel to another. A fire that is burning timber and brush on steep terrain will behave and move differently than one burning on flat, dry grassland during a drought. Relative humidity, or how much moisture is in the air or in the fuel, is also going to affect it. So depending on the type of fuel, the amount, if it's dead or living, relative humidity in the air, and available fuel, how close the fuels are together, the terrain, slope, weather, fire will move and behave differently. These are all what I look for when I inspect a house. And honestly, to be safe, it's not rocket science. Just know you need to get the potential heat or vegetation away from your house. You being aware of what kind of terrain you're in and what fuels are around your property gives you a lot of insight on how fire is going to behave around your property. The more you know, the better. I'll see you in the next video.